Sorry, my live was not coming up in my headlines. I mean, my Streamlabs. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Binky. Hello, Kevin. Margot. I need to get in top chat. I'm in the wrong thing. I mean, I need to get in live chat. I'm really doing well today. Okay, so what did I do today? Today I cleaned my car out all the way, vacuumed it, got all the sand and everything out of the inside of my car, because when you go to the beach, it's so much sand. All the sand is vacuumed. All the mats are down, out, being cleaned. I have to get the underside of the car washed, but did that stuff. What else did I do? Luke gave all the dogs a bath. Then I went on a walk. After I came home from the walk, I knew I had to bring lilacs to my mother's grave because I wasn't here on Mother's Day, and lilacs are a favorite flower, and my lilac bush is like on its way out, right? I don't mean on its way out like forever. I mean the lilacs are fading fast. And I was a little upset because I had bought this vase for the gravesite, and it was these, it said in God's hands, and it was like hands, like, and it was a really nice vase. I think I showed it to you guys, and it stuck into the ground. And it went there, and it was gone. So I just had, thankfully, I had put the flowers. Oh, hi 61, we got your guitar pick holders. He really loves them. Jimmy, he thinks they're great. He's not here right now. I mean, he's already in bed, so, but he'll come on and tell you about it himself. But thank you so much. They're really nice, and I will show them on a live. But yeah, I was very shocked that that was gone. But then I think I noticed like other people's things, like they had like these eternal kind of like these flame things. I don't think I saw those either. I think somebody went by. I mean, in the past I had this little shepherd's hook that had a solar light, like a really nice one from Home Depot. That's gone. So you had a costly floral stolen. Yeah, but this is like a cemetery that's, it's not like a big one. I don't know. So I had put them in a plastic bag, with water, and I just had to kind of like prop that up because they had taken everything. Hello, Ruff. So I was a little bit miffed about that. And then I have to get my father's his World War II, this plaque thing that, I don't know, my siblings and I never decided whether we wanted it mounted on the back of the stone or at the foot of the grave. And meanwhile, it's never been done. And it's been years, so got to get that done. Ethan and Luke went with me. Ethan actually drove, and then we started looking around and seeing, and I was showing them the placards from the other men who were in World War II. And I said, Grandpa needs one of these. We have it. It's at this funeral home. And I have to check because they are selling that funeral home, I believe. And it's there. And I just don't know why we never got it done. So I have to get that. Yeah, Ethan drove. He's got his license. So he drove us there. And then we walked around. Well, every year on Memorial Day, they go and put it, like they do put the flag and stuff and on my father's grave. And then they also have like the little, which I think somebody took those too. The ones, they were like a little World War II placard that the flag goes in, which is metal. I don't know what they're doing over there. But it's not like a big cemetery or anything. It's a cemetery in a country cemetery. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I think it's just someone, I don't think someone's stealing it. I think who's ever doing the maintenance is just taking like everything. Because I noticed a lot of things were gone that people had. So, I don't know. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, and then the kids on the other side of the church, there's a really, really old cemetery, and the kids wanted to go in there and look at the graves, and some of them from the 1700s, a lot of from the 1800s. They were really upset when they saw they would see the babies, and like, this baby didn't even live a day, or this baby lived, 6 months. But yeah, I think the caretakers are, Kevin. I think they're removing everything. I have to find out. So anyway, and I did a little weeding because we have a bleeding heart, planted in front of the gravestone, and so we tried to do a little weeding. They had cut the grass, so we just kind of took the weeds out and made a little pile of them. But hi, Slam Moran. So anyway, is it a military cemetery? No, but they always do come and put the flags on the veterans. And I know my father had, I think it was like a metal thing that it said World War II. I don't know what they're doing. Old cemeteries have a lot of infant markers. Yeah. So we did that, and what else? So before that we had pizza, and then I'm trying to think. What is that? Miniature. Anyway, hi Christine. Hi everybody. I'm trying to think what else I did. Oh, I got out taco. I got your stuff all packed up. It's got to go out by UPS, so that'll be tomorrow. But it's all packed up and labeled. And then Debbie D, your stuff was sent out today. Your keyboard's acting up. And so I got that done. Tomorrow I've got to separate up Sandra M stuff into smaller boxes and then get her a shipping price and get that out. I did that. Oh, they canceled my biopsy today, and that's when I said this is the second time this doctor has canceled it. And so they said, would you want to see another doctor? Well, my regular doctor moved like an hour and a half away. Okay, my regular OBGYN, the one that delivered Luke, and so I said, wow, okay, at this rate, this has been going on since February. I don't want to find out that, she's just canceling. So, can you make it with this doctor that knows me and knows my whole history? Yes, so I have to travel like an hour and a half each way, but they got me in on Thursday. So now my biopsy is Thursday. But otherwise it was going to be like out in June somewhere. So anyway, that's been my day in a nutshell. Okay, so yeah, so I had to put my mother's Slalox like in a Ziploc bag that I kind of wedged in there, like among the bleeding heart, and maybe it was that military thing. I don't even know, but I've got to call the funeral home tomorrow and find out where that brass plaque is. I know I have correspondence with them. So anyway, let's go on to the headlines. So So the two women who were from Kansas, and they were murdered in Oklahoma. You might remember this. They found out some more information about them. They were on their way to Oklahoma from Kansas, and they were found in a chest freezer that was buried on the property that was leased by one of the suspects in their murders. These newly released court documents say nothing new about the deaths of Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly, meaning how they died, okay? Butler and Kelly disappeared on March 30th while on their way to pick up Butler's children from their paternal grandmother, Tiffany Adams, in Texas County, Oklahoma. But their bodies were found on May 15th, the day after authorities arrested Adams and her boyfriend, Tad Cullum, and married couple Cole and Cora Twombly. A fifth suspect, Paul Grice, was named in this documents related to the first four arrests, but not arrested until April 24th. Each of the five have been charged with 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit murder. Now, the new information comes from search warrants that allowed investigators to dig on a cow pasture that was leased by Cullum, and they found out it was connected to the suspects by cell phone data. After 2 days of digging, investigators found a chest freezer containing the bodies of Butler and Kelly. Other items found at the burial site were jeans, sweatshirt, t-shirts, black jacket, cloth gloves, ball caps, duct tapes, and a sheathed knife, which had possible blood on them. The warrants described how Grice asked a witness how long DNA would last on clothing in a 15-foot deep hole, and whether the witness knew how to get a guy and his family to Mexico. They had details about the cell phones that helped link the suspects to the burial site and the intersection where they were ambushed and abducted. Investigators said they found cell phones in a truck driven by the Twomblys at the time of their arrest that contained data linking them to the 2 cities. Court records say Adams bought those phones and another one in February at a Walmart. A stun gun Adams purchased was also found near the burial site. The previous released documents allege that the suspects ambushed Kelly and Butler, who was involved in a custody dispute with Adams, at a site about 8.5 miles from the burial site. Police later found their abandoned car nearby with evidence that indicated evidence of a severe injury, according to a probable cause affidavit, and they found blood in the roadway along with Butler's glasses and a magazine clip in Kelly's purse, but no gun. Investigators say that Adams and Grice made statements implicating themselves in the murders, according to the probable cause affidavits. All 5 suspects are being held without bail, and a status hearing is scheduled for next month, June. You probably remember the case of, get her picture up here, Madelina Cojocari, the missing girl from North Carolina. Well, her stepdad's trial begins Wednesday, and her mother, who's been in jail since December 2022, pled guilty on Monday to not reporting the girl missing and is expected to be released from jail soon. Diana Cojocari and her husband Christopher Palmater were both charged with failing to report Madelina Cojocari missing, but Palmater's bond was lowered from $200,000 to $25,000, and he was released last August. Cojocari's bail remained at $250,000. The mother is likely to be deported to her native Moldova now that she has changed her plea, since she is not an American citizen. Madelina Cojocari, then 11, was last seen November 21st, 2022. Her mother reported her missing on December 15th after meeting with school officials about Madelina's extensive absence from school. Cojocari told detectives that she didn't immediately report Madelina missing because she was concerned that Palmater would put her family in danger and that it might start a conflict with him. Cojocari and Palmater have both implied that the other was involved in the girl's disappearance, but so far there is no solid information about her whereabouts that have been uncovered. Last July, Cornelius police obtained photographs of a girl resembling Madelina and an unidentified man in western North Carolina. Palmater's trial was expected to begin on Monday, but it was postponed until Tuesday while his attorney argues that the state has failed to disclose key evidence. He previously pled not guilty. Court filings indicate that Madelina's school records will be introduced at the trial, and a computer forensics expert with the FBI is to testify. The filings are going to summarize an interview that was conducted by the FBI with an FBI language specialist with Cojocari's cousin. In that interview, Cojocari repeatedly told the cousin she was in danger from a third party, not Palmater, and that she and her daughter needed to get to a safe place. The defense said it only received that summary last week. According to this summary, the cousin has been in touch with Cojocari's mother, who apparently engaged in a conspiracy with Diana to help Diana and Madelina flee the country. Cojocari also reportedly told the cousin she was in a bad relationship with Palmater and wanted to divorce him. The state said it didn't believe the summary was relevant to Palmater's case, but his attorneys argue that what the state believes is relevant to its prosecution. It is not the determining factor of what may be relevant to presenting an adequate defense, but the defense says it does not believe it was an intentional effort on prosecutors' part to withhold evidence. A judge denied 3 motions from the defense on Tuesday for access to more evidence to delay the case and to dismiss the case, and ordered jury selection to begin on Wednesday. Cornelius police and the FBI are still searching for Madelina Cojocari. Okay. There was an Alabama woman who was just found dead on her front porch. She had been there for days. In Birmingham's Inglenook neighborhood, police say her body had been there for a couple of days. This did not just happen, Officer Truman Fitzgerald said. Fitzgerald said the death was being investigated as a murder, as officers noticed signs of trauma on the victim. An autopsy will determine the cause of death while investigators begin the search for a suspect. We do not think this was a random incident, Fitzgerald said. We think it's isolated, and our detectives are working to get the person responsible for this in custody. Police say they're not sure if the woman lived at the house where she was found, but that other people did live in the house and were at home. A neighbor alerted police to the woman on the front porch. And Fitzgerald said it's not clear why no one in the house called. That is an interesting side to this story, and our detectives has asked to hold off on that. Anyone with information is asked to call the Birmingham homicide detectives at 205-254-1764. That's strange. Okay, now Matthew Perry's death. Let's put this over here. California Police and Drug Enforcement Administration have reportedly opened a criminal investigation into last year's death of Friends star Matthew Perry. The Los Angeles Police Department confirmed the investigation into Perry's death. In October, Perry, 54, was found dead in a jacuzzi at his home in Pacific Palisades. Autopsy listed his cause of death as the acute effects of ketamine. Ketamine is an anesthetic used primarily to treat depression and other mental health problems, but it is also used recreationally. The December 15th autopsy report stated that the levels found in Perry's blood would have led to fatal cardiovascular overstimulation and respiratory depression. Perry was reportedly undergoing ketamine therapy, and his last session was a week and a half before he died. However, officials determined the levels found in his system could not have been from infusion therapy, as ketamine's half-life is no longer than 4 hours. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the two agencies are investigating how Perry had so much ketamine in his system and how he obtained the drug. Okay. A North Carolina man was arrested on Monday for fatally shooting his ex-girlfriend and seriously wounding her mother's fiancé on Saturday. David McDowell, 24, killed the mother of his 2-year-old son, Zaniyah White, 19, at her Gastonia home. He allegedly then walked outside and shot her mother's fiancé in the face. White's mother told the newspaper that after the deadly shooting, McDowell possibly sent threatening messages to family members. According to the mother, White tried to get a restraining order against McDowell but could not because he did not have a permanent address. She claimed that before the shooting, McDowell posted a song to Facebook about painting the sky red with her blood. White's mother also said she believed McDowell killed her daughter because she was in a new relationship. According to her, he came to the home and demanded White give him her phone. He killed my baby just because she wouldn't give him her cell phone. McDowell is charged with first-degree murder. Authorities have not disclosed the other shooting victim's condition. So a British daycare manager has been found guilty of manslaughter in the death of a 9-month-old in her care. According to the BBC, Kate Ruffley, what a last name for this, was convicted Monday at the Manchester Crown Court after strapping Genevieve Meehan face down on a beanbag for 90 minutes, leading to her death. The incident happened at Tiny Toes Day Nursery in Stockport on May 9th of 2022. That's according to the Crown Prosecution Service. The court heard how Ruffley discovered Meehan unresponsive at 3:12 p.m. after placing her in a restraint on the beanbag at 1:35 p.m. CCTV footage showed Meehan crying and struggling, unable to move, while Ruffley provided minimal supervision. Ruffley later told police she checked on Meehan at least every 5 minutes after calling them to the daycare. She testified that the beanbag was commonly used for babies when the 6 cots in the daycare were occupied. She said the restraint straps were meant to prevent babies from falling off, and they were not tight. Meehan was taken to the nearby Stepping Hill Hospital, where she was later pronounced dead. An investigation revealed that she died of asphyxia and pathophysiological stress. Peter Wright, KC, told the court that Ruffley punished the victim for her earlier perceived misdemeanors for not sleeping long enough for her liking. She was being banished to the beanbag and restrained. It was a recipe for disaster, and disaster there followed. The CCTV footage captured Ruffley telling a colleague that she placed Meehan on the beanbag to avoid wasting a cot. However, CPS stated in a release that Ruffley exhibited examples of ill feelings towards Meehan, calling her vile and ignoring her cries. Ruffley claimed that she didn't treat the victim any differently than the other children, adding that she had 17 years of child care experience. And she said, and I quote, "I would never not like a 9-month-old baby." She pled not guilty and insisted the incident was a terrible, unavoidable accident. Her parents, the baby's parents, said, and I quote, "We will never accept the cruelty of her life being taken away. She had her whole life to live and was loved so dearly by her family. Her life was full of promise and wonder, and it was taken." And they said again, "We will never forgive the callousness of Kate Ruffley's action. She was entrusted with the care of our daughter, yet she put her own convenience and selfish interests above Genevieve's life. She treated our daughter with cruelty and contempt." Ruffley is scheduled for sentencing on Wednesday. Okay, here's another one here. Oopsie. Where'd you go? Okay. An Iowa woman will spend her life behind bars for the murder of her stepmother. On Monday, a Benton County jury found Samantha Bevins, 35 years old, guilty of first-degree murder in the 2022 killing of 58-year-old Jody Bevins. Last week, Bevins testified in her defense, claiming her boyfriend, Cojocari, smothered the victim inside her home in July of 2022. Despite her attempts to shift blame, jurors reached a unanimous guilty verdict on the first day of deliberations. Court documents indicate that after the defendant suffocated Jody with a pillow, she posted a video on Snapchat confessing to the crime. "I killed her. I killed her myself," she said on the video. Talley was also seen on the video encouraging Bevins to keep going, then said, "I knew this was going to happen, so good job." And then Samantha Bevins, "We killed her." And Talley said, "Yeah, we did." During Thursday's testimony, Bevins admitted she partially covered Jody's face with a pillow, intending to step on it, but stopped when Jody vomited. She claimed Jody was still breathing when she left the bedroom, which is why she told an investigator she didn't think the victim had passed away. Bevins alleged that Talley acted alone, but Special Agent Holly Witt of the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation testified that Bevins admitted to placing the pillow on Jody's face. She then demonstrated how she ground her foot into the pillow. A medical examiner testified that Jody had facial abrasions consistent with the pillow being held over her face and blunt force trauma on her left cheek, likely from being struck with an object or a fist. Her official cause of death was listed as asphyxiation. It doesn't matter if you think that she had held that pillow down 100% of the time. If you two are doing it together, then you're both guilty of it, prosecutors said. The prosecutors argued that Jody was killed for payback and payout, and that the defendant knew there was a safe with money in the victim's home. Bevins chose July 14, 2022, knowing family members would be camping. Jody, a nurse, would stay behind for work the next morning. Prosecutors added that Samantha wanted revenge after Jody kicked her out for sneaking Talley into the house. Family members testified that Samantha was also angry because Jody didn't attend a court hearing with her concerning a custody issue. Bevins will be sentenced in mid-June, and under Iowa law, first-degree murder convictions carry a mandatory life sentence without parole. Okay. I need to get in top chat. Hold on. I'm in the wrong thing. Hi, Oliver. How are you, Oliver? I still think the death was suspicious. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. Oh, that missing Dartmouth student. Remember that we talked about last night? Sad update on that one. Sad update. She was found dead in the river. A Dartmouth grad student who had been missing since last week was found dead Monday in the Connecticut River. That's what we heard they were searching yesterday. A fisherman reported to police he'd seen a body in the water in Windsor, Vermont at about 4:30 p.m. and Keksin-Kai's body was recovered about an hour later. Investigators say they don't believe foul play was involved. Keksin was last seen leaving her home in West Lebanon, New Hampshire on Wednesday, and she is believed to have left her home on her silver and white e-bike with fat boy tires, a thick frame, and heavy-duty metal bike racks on the front and back. Very sad. So she was found dead. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Let's see. I think pregnant Michigan mom charged with drunk driving, deaths of 2. A pregnant mother of 4 has been charged with driving under the influence after she rammed into 2 pedestrians over the weekend, killing 2 people and causing serious injuries. Oh my goodness. Thought this was the one that was driving around with her kids and killing her ex, but no, this is different. A pregnant mother of 4 has been charged with driving under the influence after she rammed into a group of pedestrians over the weekend. She killed 2 people and caused serious injuries to others. Ashley Marie Monroe, 35 years old, was charged with 11 felonies in the incident that happened Saturday, including operating under the influence, causing death, and leaving the scene of an accident. Police caught up with her minutes after the accident, and they found her car with front-end damage consistent with the crash, which included blood and tissue on the front end. Prosecutors said her blood alcohol level was 0.18, which is twice the legal limit, and they found mostly empty pint bottles of Crown Royal in her purse. Jonathan Esch, 30, and Daniel Harris, 42, were pronounced dead at the scene. The crash, the Clinton County Sheriff's Office said, a 38-year-old woman was hospitalized in critical condition, and the other 13 people, including 8 children ranging in age from 2 to 16, had non-life-threatening injuries. Well, so probable cause hearing is set for May 30th. Prosecutors asked for a $500,000 bond at Monroe's arraignment on Monday, while her attorney cited her 4 children, ages 13, 11, 7, and 1, and another on the way, seeking a lower bond. Judge Michael Clarizzo set the bond at $1 million. Okay, what's this about? Elvis Presley's granddaughter is fighting a lien that's been placed on Graceland that could see the iconic home put up for sale on the auction block this week. Riley Keough is the sole trustee of the Promenade Trust, who owns the home, following the death of her mother, Lisa Marie Presley, last year. A company called Nafsani Investments and Private Lending LLC claims that the singer's daughter took out a $3.8 million loan with them in 2018 using Graceland as collateral and defaulted. They posted a notice earlier this month and scheduled a foreclosure sale on May 23rd. Wow. But Keogh filed suit last week to stop the sale, saying the loan documents that the company provided are fraudulent and her mother's signature was forged. They say there appears to be a false entity created for the purpose of defrauding the Promenade Trust, the heirs of Lisa Marie Presley, or any purchaser of Graceland at a non-judicial sale, said the lawsuit filed on May 15th in Shelby County, Tennessee. The suit further says that the notary public who allegedly notarized the documents in Florida, Kimberly L. Philbrick, confirmed she has never met Lisa Marie Presley nor notarized any document for her. Oh, that's interesting, right? Well, did they ever release money to her? I don't know. But, you played in the woods and you were gone all day and didn't come home till dinner, and nowadays kids can't do that. It's sad. They have to something in the house and play video games. Well, I don't know. I mean, my kids don't do that, but my kids are out there. I mean, I guess it all depends on where you are. It's worth $100 million. Their people should get it worked out. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Let's see what else we can talk about. Baby Reindeer. Okay, so now I watched another episode of Baby Reindeer, which was episode number 4. I watched it through to the end. It was bizarre. It was all about how that man took advantage of him, and it really didn't have a lot to do with her in that episode. So there's episodes like 5, 6, and 7, I believe I have to finish. And I don't know if any of you are watching it up to episode 4. Are you watching it? Are you not? What are you doing? What are you doing with that Baby Reindeer? And today we had the Chad Daybell trial on. And probably be streaming it tomorrow too. I don't know. But we'll see. Let's see. Baby Reindeer Stalker. There's a lot to talk about afterwards with that. But I'm so sorry. It is, I know it's almost 1 o'clock, but I'm feeling very, very tired. I did a lot today, and I'm going to have to call it an early night. But I will play a game of word cookies. I will get back in the swing. I've got to get on earlier doing my nightly headlines so that I can be on later. I'm going to get with that, except I've just been trying to get back into the swing of everything. I'm just really, really sorry. But we'll do some of the daily puzzles here. I'm just tired. Just really tired. Robot, okay. Robotic. Very good. Robotic, yep. Root, yep. Riot. Quiet riot. Crib. Okay, let's see. Change the password. Change the password. What password? What password? Oh, do not yawn, I'm sorry. What is this now? I'm sorry. I don't know. Roto? Roto. Nope. His kids were lying. Oh, on, yeah. Daybell? That they looked up that south-southwest wind, yeah. Rio. Roti. I always try roti and it's never there. It didn't even come up as a extra word, and that's definitely a word. Oliver's on baby watch? Oh, you're somebody's having a baby? I didn't know that. Oh wow, how exciting. How exciting. Who's having a baby? Your daughter, the one that just got married? Yay, baby. That's exciting. I am so tired and we don't know what this is. Oh no. Toro? Oh, please be there. I have to go to bed. No, it's not there. Okay, I got it. Okay, guys, I have to go to bed. I know I have to get back in the swing. Please put, I hope you can put up with this. All right. I will see you guys later. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye now.